My name is Karina Epperlein. I'm the filmmaker of Finding the Gold Within. And it is a film about 6 young black men that I have been following for 3.5 years from their transition out of high school into college. And I needed to find the right setting, a very intimate setting that would allow me to tell this story, or rather let them tell their own story in a very intimate way, from their inner experience, like the inner life of these young men that we don't get to see because the media really doesn't show that. And that was the main driving force really for me to pursue this 4-year a long journey. And to have it come now to the Cleveland Film Festival is almost like a homecoming, because this program, Alchemy Inc., that these young men went through is located in Akron, Ohio, some of it more in the Cleveland area. And it is like a homecoming, and we feel very honored. I needed life experience. I needed my background being born in Germany and having dealt with history in a country that had a very difficult history. I'm born post-war Germany. So my generation, we were investigating what was wrong with a culture that was so easily manipulated into fascism and into perpetrating the most horrible events of the past century. This is a big film, as complex. It has the themes of racism in it. That's kind of, back then at least, it was a taboo. We are very lucky that it's timely right now as it's come out, and I'm very happy about that, even if the circumstances are sad. But it is important that we start talking about that in an open, new way. I had a very clear vision for the film visually, how I wanted to approach it. I knew I wanted to use studio portraits of the men with emotional content, but very subtle. And I knew that that would help for the film to talk cinematically about their inner lives. And the other thing that stood out was the very intimate interviews. That we had these interviews, they were like almost confessions, where now they were able to really talk deeply about what was bothering them, was making them sad, what troubled them, and also, of course, their triumphs, what was going really well, but always from an inner perspective. And so my vision was that eventually when the film is done, they'll be going with the film, not only doing Q&A, but separate performance of their writing and poetry and the drumming. They will be learning this way to present themselves to audiences. The audience gets even more, and they will learn to take the film to universities, but that the film can travel with them out into the world and have a life for them. So these young men were able to take me up on this, and that just totally moved me throughout the process. So there were many moments when I felt, wow, this is just incredible. This is so precious, I must go on and make this film.